Good job.
Getting chores done is part of farm life, but Robert Duncan has some help these days. Little Wrigley works to feed the cows who are patiently waiting for their meal. The mix of farm and family is a lifestyle Robert has enjoyed all his life.
I was raised in it. I'm 31. I've been doing this for 31 years, I say. And so, there was never not a summer that I wasn't here.
Duncan operates R&R Farms, which runs about 200 head of cattle as well as 450 acres of soybeans.
In the last few years, we've started pulling off yearlings off to the side and keep holding them back and then feeding them and butchering them. I don't know, I think this is going on our 4th year. We started that just as a side deal, just trying to make a little more income. There was a need for it, there was a market for it, and so we just took the best of the situation and rolled with it.
There's always something new on the farm, whether it's their new baby Rawlings or a new way of doing business. You might remember Rachel Duncan's Bayou Petals flower farm from our story with Jennifer Finley. Not being raised on a farm herself, it's part of agriculture that Rachel just fell in love with, even though it's been difficult to maintain through the pandemic.
So I had the idea of starting the flower farm. Robert thought it was absolutely crazy when I pitched the idea to him.
She had this harebrained idea, and I told her it was the dumbest thing in the world.
The only reason I got him on board was because I told all of our YF&R friends about it, and they were like, yes, Robert, you need to let her do this. It's something different, it's something new. Why not diversify and try something different? Flowers make people happy. They bring joy, they bring light, they bring a little love to people's homes.
As a young farmer, Robert says farming is always hard, but the past couple of years have been particularly difficult.
We were crazy busy. So the flowers did take a little bit of, they kind of went to the back burner for a little while, just while we kind of hit that head on.
I've got beans booked, and I've got, I don't know how many bushels of beans booked. I've got beans booked and I hadn't planted a seed yet. That's daily stress, and we've got 2 weeks of rain in the forecast, and most days are frustrating.
A young couple with infants have enough on their hands. When you add in 2 farm businesses, a pandemic, and both unpredictable weather and farm markets, it's a lot.
I guarantee you multiple times a week, I walk in and I go, boy, if I could do any other job, something with a steady paycheck that you don't have to worry with it 24 hours a day. I mean, there's not a night that I don't go to bed that I'm like, man, I sure hope cows don't get out tonight.
The stress of, am I gonna produce enough to be able to meet supply and demand with my customers? Am I gonna be able to produce enough to fill my CSA orders?
Competing in the YF&R Achievement Award is not just for the prestige, it's participation in an organization the Duncans have relied upon, a bright spot through all the difficulties.
Now I remember that first Farm Bureau convention in New Orleans that we went to. It was a little nerve-wracking because we didn't really know anybody, but as soon as we walked through the doors of that hospitality room, it's like everybody just kind of opened their arms and welcomed us, and it was amazing.
All of the producers that we talked to were in Farm Bureau, and we met through Farm Bureau. If it wouldn't have been for that, we would have never been where we are. And so we it's the meeting people. It's not what you know, it's who you know.